Now, the Speaker who presides over the proceedings of a House is always got to be neutral. He's seen as the custodian of what happens inside of the House. But what played out at the National Assembly today in Pakistan is something that will be debated for many years to come. The Deputy Speaker who was in charge in the National Assembly in Pakistan slammed the opposition parties of conspiring against the ruling government. Listen in to what he had to say.
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ अपोजिशन ने अदम-ए-एतमाद की तहरीक 8 मार्च 2022 को पेश की थी। अदम-ए-एतमाद की तहरीक का आइन, कानून और रूल्स के मुताबिक होना जरूरी है। किसी गैर मुल्की ताकत को यह हक नहीं कि वो साजिश के तहत पाकिस्तान के अवाम की मुंतखब हुकूमत को गिराए। वज़ीर कानून ने जो नुकात उठाए हैं वो दुरुस्त है, वैलिड है। लिहाजा मैं रूलिंग देता हूँ कि अदम-ए-एतमाद की करारदाद आइन और कौमी मुख्तारी व आज़ादी से मुनाफी है और रूल्स और ज़ाब्ते के खिलाफ है। ये करारदाद में मुस्तरद डिसअलाउ करने की रूलिंग देता हूँ। ईवान की कार्रवाई रोक की जाती है। फरमान में इस्लामी जमहूरिया पाकिस्तान के दस्तूर के आर्टिकल 54 की शिक 3 के तहत तजवीज़ करदा इख्तियारात को बरकरार लाते हुए कौमी असम्बली का जुमा 25 मार्च 2022 को तलब करदा इजलास इसके काम के इख्तिताम पर बाज़रिया हाज़िर बर्खास्त करता हूँ।
So that was Deputy Speaker Qasim Khan Suri spelling out his decision about the vote of no confidence that had been brought by the opposition parties immediately as soon as that statement was read out by the Pakistan's Deputy Speaker in the National Assembly. This is what the scene was like outside of the parliament. Now, these are said to be some of the supporters of Imran Khan who are shouting slogans, "Kaun bachayega Pakistan, Imran Khan, who will save Pakistan, Imran Khan, Imran Khan." Those were the slogans that were chanted, but the opposition parties were incensed with what had happened. And we are given to understand that the opposition is, of course, heading to the Supreme Court. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari in a statement has already said that the government has violated the constitution. It did not allow for the voting of no confidence motion to happen on the floor of the parliament. The united opposition is not leaving the parliament. Our lawyers are on their way to the Supreme Court. This is the statement that Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, the chairman of the Pakistan People's Party, has said immediately as soon as that statement by the Deputy Speaker was read out. The opposition parties jumped into the well of the parliament and chanted slogans against the government. They said that this is essentially a government that has managed to hang on to power, that has managed to not go on with the vote of no confidence by using some legal chicanery. It is going to be difficult to see as to what view the Supreme Court will take, but we are told that we have my colleague Anas Malik who's joining us on the phone line with us with more information. Anas, bring us more updates in terms of what is happening at this point of time. How is the opposition reacting to the developments that have unfolded? My colleague Anas Malik has joined us over the phone line. Anas, if you can hear me, my question to you was, what is the recourse the opposition is now taking to the developments that have happened in the Pakistan National Assembly today?
Well, as we speak, there's still chaos, there's still uncertainty. The opposition is, it won't be wrong to say, they're in a state of disbelief that this could have happened. As we speak, they're still inside the assembly hall. They're waiting for an assembly session. I'm right outside the main hall, sitting in the press gallery. That's from where we can actually see the opposition still sitting on their benches. I can spot Shehbaz Sharif, I can see Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and other prominent opposition leaders as well. Those who are there, and they're still in a state of disbelief as to what has transpired today in the past 2 hours or so, the course of events that have transpired. It won't be wrong to say that it was a rather shrewd move. The opposition has said that they would be going for Article 6, basically treason proceedings against the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan and the Deputy Speaker of the Assembly, Qasim Khan Suri. But that being said, it's quite of a far-fetched process at this point of time. We're yet to see what is going to be the legal course or legal recourse of these actions.
You know, at this point of time, you know, the question that a lot of people would want to know an answer to, the Supreme Court in Pakistan, what role will it have to play in these controversial, in this very controversial moment that is played out within the National Assembly? can the Supreme Court overturn the ruling that has been given by the Deputy Speaker Qasim Khan Suri?
Well, the Supreme Court is yet to come out. It can possibly take a suo motu as well, but we are yet to see the Supreme Court acting by the government. We're yet to see that. But by and large, if I talk to you about the constitutional perspective, the Deputy Attorney General has resigned. The Deputy Attorney General says that this is an unconstitutional move, and that what the government has done, it is basically an abrogation to the Constitution. Now, the government maintains that that the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan will continue with his duties, with his set of duties under Article 224 of the Constitution, while the Federal Cabinet has come into seizure immediately. Now, the Deputy Attorney General, Raja Khalid, has said that the Deputy Speaker has given an unconstitutional, unlawful ruling, and that the misrule of the Constitution and that how it has been shattered and tattered into pieces by the government, that is condemnable, and therefore he cannot defend the government going forward. Saleh?
You know, I think that's a very important development. The Deputy Attorney General, effectively the lawyer who would have to defend the government, he says that what has been done by the Deputy Speaker in the National Assembly is simply indefensible, and therefore him resigning will in many ways spur the opposition members to knock on the doors of the Supreme Court. What are we hearing from the opposition? Is the opposition going to the Supreme Court today?
Well, the opposition strategy, as we speak, it has not come out as yet. It said that it would take the legal recourse, but as we speak, it has not come out as yet and gone to the per se, and we're yet to hear is going to be going forward on their part.
All right, I think there's a problem with the line with my colleague Anas Malik. They will try reconnect with him. But this, of course, is an important development where the Deputy Attorney General, effectively the lawyer of the government, states that what has happened today on the floor of the National Assembly is simply unconstitutional, and therefore he cannot defend it. And this is the big development that has taken place, something that perhaps no one expected. The Pakistani government that was facing a motion of no confidence, it has managed to, in many ways, get away from the floor of the House without going through the motion of no confidence, because the Deputy Speaker has said that that motion that was brought against the government is unconstitutional. And this is a decision by the Deputy Speaker, Qasim Khan Suri, that will be debated upon for many years to come. But as things stand, Imran Khan has now called for snap elections. What will be the fate of this particular government, and how will things move forward? Will there be more political chaos? Is, of course, the big question. We'll slip into a short break. More news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned to WION. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.